Greetings ladies and gentlemen, Adrian here. Welcome back to the channel and to the first MMO news drop for the month of July. Let's get straight to it, beginning with Black Desert Online. In case you missed it, BDO will be launching on the PlayStation 4 come August 22nd, and PS4 pre-orders are live and away. There are 3 editions, Standard, Deluxe, and Ultimate. All will include limited character buffs, pearl currency, a snow wolf dog pet, and yes, the Ultimate will give you more than that, plus 48 hours of early access for a higher asking price. If you are a PS4 Plus member, you'll get a discount on this packs. Now for BDO on PC, Prolobis announced this week that the latest PvE group content, the Altar of Blood, will be launching next week on the 10th. Altar of Blood is a new defensive horde mode for players at level 56 and for a party of 3 players. Expect to work in tandem, defeat hard bosses that spawn every round, and claim reward boxes at the end containing currency that can be traded for gold bars, blackstones, and more. Not quite the PvE dungeons players were asking for, but hey, new content. Up next, ZeniMax Online Studios has previewed its next DLC for The Elder Scrolls Online, Scalebreaker and Update 23, both on the website with an in-depth post and through Twitch with an ESO livestream. While we already know about the 2 new dungeons coming, Moongrave Fane and Lair of Martelok, thanks to previous updates, this time, there's a few highlights we've not heard about yet. Firstly, Update 23 will debut a couple of quality of life improvements like multi-crafting. That means you can now craft, deconstruct, and refine multiple items at once, which is excellent for all you crafters. However, I must note that there are player-made add-ons out there which already does this to a certain extent, which is where one suspects ZeniMax Online Studios gets the inspiration from. So thank you to all add-on makers out there for doing the work that finally gets noticed by ZOS to improve their game. U23 will also include multi-bidding for Guild Trader locations, and you can do 10 bids on different locations each week. Priority will go to the guild with the highest bid, and you will be refunded for everything else that you missed out. Just make sure you have the gold before you bid. There will be changes to Undaunted keys and rewards too. For example, keys are now going to be in the currency section instead of inventory, which is great, and I'll link the post below for you to get all the details. Dragon's Dogma online service is shutting down next week on July 11th, while the game itself will come to a close officially in December 2019, according to Capcom themselves. This Japanese MMO for the PC, PS3, and 4 will stop letting folks download the game client on the 11th, so if you still have it, do not uninstall it before then if you wish to continue playing the game until December. Besides client downloads, the cash app is also closing on the same date, and the online adventure notebook app on iOS and Android will be gone too. Let's talk about a new MMORPG coming to our shores now, and it's called Eternal Magic, hailing from China, and you might have seen some of the ads for this floating around. It's a game that looks very reminiscent of vanilla World of Warcraft in terms of graphics, but that's where the similarities stop. Eternal Magic will be having its closed beta test on July 17, and you are invited if you purchase an early access pack, which does include hit stars and all manner of goodies. They might give away codes just like Astelia did last week, so hang tight if this catches your eye. Anyway, Eternal Magic, according to its press release, features a flexible class system, dynamic combat, and massive PvP battles of up to 80 players. There are secondary features too, like a MOBA mode, which does sound pretty funky, but then it goes on to list private mansion parties, in-game weddings, and guild wars, which is nothing new for the market and definitely not things to put on a presser. Moving on, TERA players on console now have access to the Fists of Velika update, which means you can now start leveling human male brawlers. Having a new race, gender, and class as a playable character in itself is not impressive for an MMO update, so what else is new? Summertime events pretty much, and level 22 characters can check out the new fishing system, which has achievements, gold, and other goodies for rewards. You can use your catch of the day to craft consumables and items to buff stats, which does sound pretty handy indeed. Free-to-play strategy MMO Conqueror's Blade has deployed its latest update this past week, Knights and Squires. It contains a decent amount of new content, including 5 new Crusade units to command, there's new quests, and an endgame progression system for seasoned warlords, on top of balances, bug fixes, and quality of life improvements. The highlight of the bunch for me is the newly improved tutorial quests, which should make things less confusing for new folks, and the original one was pretty rubbish, I can attest to that. Gamigo's Defiance 2050, the relaunch version of the original MMO shooter Defiance, is celebrating its first anniversary with an in-game update called the 99 Problems event, and it comes with some new things for players to do. The event itself runs for a month, during which boss monsters will spawn during this arcfall, which means plenty of new loot, including synergies, mod fusions, weapons, and cosmetics. Last but not least, Destiny's Sword, a psychological warfare MMO where players will have to deal with the management of their character's mental health, has successfully wrapped up its Kickstarter campaign, which means the game will be seeing the light of day in the future, and it's proven me wrong. It appears there is a market for it, and it's got an audience, which is good news. Destiny's Sword will make an appearance at PAX West this year, and attendees can check out a full playable demo, and the studio Two Dogs Games have also dropped word that a playable beta is coming for those interested. And that's all I've got, folks. Enjoy your weekend, review vids are coming, and I'll see you all soon. Once again, I'm Adrian, and I thank you for watching. Hey folks, thanks so much for watching that video. If you guys want to watch more, you can click the subscribe button at the bottom there, or somewhere over here. And don't forget to hit that bell to get notified on all my latest videos. So I'll see you guys at the next vid. Take care.